And we are finally back. Oh my goodness gracious, it's about dang time. Now I'm going through every single one of these features, to every single one of these settings to make sure that everything is on correctly. I have the chat box up. I could see you chatting. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you joining. And as you can see here, we have just a regular lumberjack, just a ho-hum lumberjack ready to be graced with the magic of soap mini color journals. Somehow I knew it was going to be you who was first. It's so good to see you again in a chat. Oh man, thank you so much for joining, Luna. Oh yes, I knew you would be back. Luna, what is going down? Both of you, I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Oh man, I've got so much to cover. It's a lot that we've got to go over, and you probably get, you don't see me on the screen like you used to, and there's a reason for that, by the way. It's because I'm trying to keep it so that I can essentially stop my computer from sweating. So I still have the ability to, plug my camera in, make it a visual stream, and ultimately I just decided, first stream of the year I'm going to go without, just to make sure that I can see everything coming in clearly, that you guys can see everything coming in clearly too. And oh man, hello dearies, Bomber Jazz, and yeah, Sunday is a good day, I think, for me as well. If you don't have too much homework, that's why I didn't want to do anything too far into the evenings. In the past, I know that I've done some weeknight streams, and those weeknight streams can be a little tricky. What is going down, Mike B? Hey, I remember you. Everything's going great. I'm so glad you made it to the stream. Oh man, first one of 2024. We've got Soap Man right here. And I don't know who Lather Girl is. I don't think there is. Computer sweating, give it some soap. Exactly. That's it. That's the perfect thing. Some computer soap. How have you liked 2024 so far? I think it's too young to say anything right now, but I'll tell you right now, last year, and I think the year before that, there was always some sort of celebrity death that got the new year off to the wrong foot. And I remember when Betty White passed on the eve of the new year, and it really made everyone so depressed. I haven't heard anything about any passings, important passings people that we didn't want to go. So that's good. I think that's a good start. Bubba Guy Man, welcome, my man. Welcome back to the stream, and hello, and I hope you're ready for a good time. So let me show you what is going to happen. Now, you probably noticed that this isn't a timeline that only has this source. We are going to be starting with Soap Man here. The thing about this is that on the other project, oh my god, this is quite a frame to have. On the other project, there were so many splices, so many cuts, so many sources added that I think that's contributing to the computer sweating. So we're just making a brand new file. I called it Squatch 2, and it's going to be the third video in the Dr. Squatch series, at least the third one that I think I can make something out of. We're getting the Josh done. P.S. I loved your CS 188 collab. That's the slapping of the face is something that was the first thing that came to mind. I knew that I could make the hands cut out and just go wild on him, and I'm glad to see that other people had the same idea. One thing that CS said he was going to do was group all of the similar ideas together to kind of show how many great ideas everyone thought of, and this was some collab. I got the chance to kind of speak with him, or chat with him more like, and it was so cool that so many people joined it and had such wonderful ideas, and some of the ideas were so gosh darn creative to have me a little bit jealous, I'll admit. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't think of that. One thing that I will say is that the definition of insanity, I knew that other people were going to do, but I have no idea how I missed some of the other jokes, but it's all right, because I was concerned about the time more than the number of jokes, because my entry was starting to run very, very deep past the time limit. And I knew that I had to cap it off at 2 minutes, otherwise there might be some things cut off, and besides, I wanted to keep some other projects going. But yeah, everyone did such a good job. I got to see a lot of the entries that were submitted way back in August when he announced this thing initially, and the whole deal about these collabs is that when you have really popular creators like CS188 asking you, hey, make this, it's inspiring other new creations, new creators to come out of the woodwork and really do their thing. And that's what I love about collabs so much. These are people who maybe might not start a YouTube poop without the right inspiration. And this usually is the right inspiration. Everyone did a good Josh, for reals. Just going to take a quick sip. And I've got 2 other collabs lined up is the thing. There's one collab that was started by Schaefer Ellis, and oh man, this eats at me because back in the summer I said I was going to do something for Schaefer Ellis's Love is War collab, and I never got around to doing that, and that's actually due to just the sheer volume of things that I was trying to complete. I just didn't get around to making something out of that. But this time he's asking for something like to be submitted deep into March. That can be done. I wasn't aware of a collab actually, been out of the loop apparently. It's all good. I mean, the thing about this collab is that CS announced it a long time ago, and he didn't make any like reminder videos. He just put out the one thing. It's good to see you, by the way, Galstrom. Finally having a chat with everybody who is a regular on the stream. Welcome in. What am I drinking? I'm drinking the best drink in the world, the best snack in the world. H2O, the Waterboy Special. None of that Gatorade shit. I'm talking water. I think that's the best thing for the body. I think it's like 60-70% of our body. We got to refuel that way. I'm still getting to watch the collab entirely. It's a long one, but you will enjoy it, I promise you. And he did a really good job of making sure that even though a lot of the jokes were very similar, that everything stayed relatively fresh. And that's really hard to do when you have... I know that the videos themselves were maybe about 6 minutes long, so it's 12 minutes of material you can almost do anything with, but there were a lot of commonalities with the jokes that made it so that these groupings didn't feel too stale. So you'll see everything. It's wild. It's amazing. And I love this type of editing. By golly, he's got to do another one of these, whatever it is. And the funny thing is that this collab that he started it not out of a whim. Funny thing, I actually asked him, because I'm one of his patrons. And as part of his patrons, I was made aware of his Discord. And in the Discord, he shared the video that he sent to YouTube to try and combat the demonetization strike, so to say. And as such, when I saw the video, I was thinking to myself, I can do things with this. He speaks clearly enough. The audio is great quality, and it's something I could do. So I asked him, will you let me do this? Is this something that you are trying to just keep under wraps? You don't want other people to see it? Can I please make something of it? And he said, you know what? You're not the first person who's asked for this. And I think that I should make a collab. And I say, yeah, you got to do it. You got to do the collab. So that's a little bit of how it started. Everyone was asking him, hey, you got to give it to me. I got to make something of this. This is awesome. I am the side joke. Yeah, the I am side jokes make me laugh. That's the thing about the side jokes is that I love this guy's like, he does great with music videos because music videos are so difficult to make YouTube poops of, and he has made some great music video poops of the Gangnam Style all the way back to, of course, Pooping the Charts, which really inspired me to make my own Pooping the Charts. But the one of, I'm hoping I pronounced this guy right, Gautier, somebody that I used to know. That was one of the better ones that I had seen at the time. This was back in 2011, 2012, I think. And music video poops were really, really difficult to make. He somehow found the way to do it right. And it's harder for me too, because you've got music in the background. You don't always have the karaoke. You don't always have the karaoke separated from the orchestral side. There wasn't a lot of software out there. Have you bought the AJ trilogy yet? AJ, you've got to remind me what that is, Journal. I'm really, really trying to remember it. I thought the original Pooping the Charts were goated. They absolutely are. Good to see you, Honorius. They are really some of the best music video YouTube poop collections of all time, and it's a shame that some of them aren't on his channel anymore. Kapooping the Charts. The Thrift Shop one is hilarious. I think the Thrift Shop one was just made to be YouTube pooped because Macklemore has so many jokes in it already, and you just can kind of build on that. I think that if Macklemore saw it, he would absolutely love what was done. He would love that people were taking his creation and making it even more wild and out. The King is Speechless is one of my favorites from the 2020s I've watched, if not my favorite. I think that, I think a lot of the, oh man, it's weird. I was so scared that in the wake of the 2020s and AI, we would start to see fewer and fewer sentence mixing YouTube poops of the King, of the CDI cast, and there are so many good ones that the Apollo Justice trilogy. Thank you. I've got to get that downloaded onto my Switch. I have to play that. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah, the AI on CDI characters, I thought that was going to just replace everything, and it hasn't, largely because UberDuck no longer does that. I was shocked by it, and I guess it was just because of the sheer number of violations, I think, that they received from lawyers or something regarding the property of the individual speeches, and I can understand that, but by golly, I didn't expect it to happen so overnight. So now it makes the King, my YouTube poop, the King uses UberDuck AI, it makes it feel like it's a relic. I actually got a lot of views from people, I think, that were sharing it on forums and in Discord chats saying, I remember when it used to be like this. I always quote the Linkin Park YouTube poop. He did the Linkin Park YouTube poop. Let's see, what's another really good one that there's like a whole bunch of really good music videos that I've got to really go back and watch. I'm gonna poop some tats only. You know what? Macklemore is just in general a really good source. He made Thrift Shop, and he also made this song in 2016 called Downtown, which is an absolutely amazing song. It is like if Thrift Shop was turned up to 11. I'm surprised that I haven't seen him do that, and I think it just might be because it didn't top the charts in the same way that Thrift Shop did. I'm taking a break from Ace Attorney, but I beat the last trilogy case. I remember you disliked. Yeah. So I think that, I still stand by that. I think that the last case in the third game is not as good as people make it out to be. That being said, if you love it, you love it. And there's nothing wrong with that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of get the ball rolling. So let me show you what I've got because here's the thing. When I stream, I have a second monitor set up that allows me to look at all of the things that you're saying on the chat stream. So what I have here in this window is a Microsoft Word file. Now, all of this is something you may have seen, but embedded in the software. If you watch Very Tall Bart's streams, because he's doing a ton of streams lately, he has the ability to pull the dialogue, the transcript from the video. I think it's auto-generated in his software. I can't remember. I don't get the chance to see exactly how he does it. I don't even think he's using Vegas. I forget what he's using, but essentially, if you don't have Vegas, you can just go to the YouTube transcript, pull it, and put it into Microsoft Word, and then you can use this for anything that you like in the YouTube poop. So this makes it monumentally easier. Like I talk about using a transcript in sentence mixing YouTube poops. This is why, because there are so many ways that you can use this to your advantage. We're going to be using it to our advantage all throughout the day. And if you also followed me, follow me on Twitter or X, or I'm just going to call it Twixter because that's the best thing at this point, then you probably saw all of the sentence mixing tips that I posted. A lot of them were actually inspired and realized during streams like this. So thank you so much for being part of that creation process. Microsoft sauce. If there's an opportunity to use my poop, some tats joke, feel free to use it. I might just, let's see. I'll find a way. It's a perpetual license for Vegas. I might want to get it. So that he is using Vegas, for sure. Damn, you're going to play the games as they happen. That's some dedication. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know any other way to play these games. I mean, I've completed the original trilogy. The Apollo Justice trilogy is the next one I've got to do. And I know that there are others. I know there's the crossover that they did with... I think that the crossover was done with Professor Layton. That's right. And I don't see that anywhere. I think they're going to re-release that. They're going to remake that. I hope so, because the 3DS library, they don't sell 3DS games anymore that are brand new manufactured, so they've got to do something there. And then you've got the brand new one on the Switch, the one that appears to take place in Victorian England. That's going to be a curious one. As soon as I get to that. Some things I want. Making YouTube poops are Danny Phantom. Yep, Danny Phantom and Euphoria. It's really hard to see the A in there because that heart is there. Oh, man. In Apollo Justice, a tutorial case is the most popular one. Interesting. I wonder why that might be. I guess I'll have to play it to find out. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to kind of start here. And the volume, let me make sure the volume's at a reasonable level. And it is. I think this is good. That's usually where I have it when I do these streams. So what we're going to kind of see is me going through bits and pieces of these. I will probably plop this in and show you what I'm doing, why I'm looking for it as well, because there's going to be some science, some phonetics, some great things that you can do if you want to try and do sentence mixing. Do you plan to play Investigations? Yeah, I plan to play it somehow. That's another thing, that those Edgeworth games are another part of the canon, but I don't know if they're... I hope they re-release them soon. I really do. All right, let's get this started. I have this whole entire blank space. Let's fill it. So the first thing I did see is the whole Nickelodeon slime thing that they do here, and that's probably going to get... Like, this is a good opportunity for a green screen.
But you leave your shower covered in chemicals. Big know it, but you leave your shower covered in chemicals.
Oh, he's no longer saying the censored shit anymore. I guess that's because he probably had exhausted it already in the first video. So, oh, and by the way, this is really interesting. I think I said on the first stream that I did this source that I was a little skeptical of the Dr. Squatch soap. Well, guess what? Guess what I have? I have Dr. Squatch soap now. There's a store in my local mall that sells these as seen on TV, as seen on the internet things, and apparently they have these soaps at a reasonable price. Yep. Oh, what we got here? Parabebe. I wonder if he's going to say parabens. If not, maybe that's a good joke to use in the other source. I forgot these games even exist anymore. Yeah, they were not exactly as as heavily advertised. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Big Soap says they don't use enough of this stuff to cause damage, but why play just the tip with harmful chemicals?
Oh god, he's just... Okay. So, here's the thing. In my past... In one of the prior videos... No, the prior video that I put out, which was the Curious Case of Bayonetta's Butt, that video started way back, I think, last year, and the way that I finished it was using something like this. We're going to be doing a ton of sentence mixing here, so this first 10-15 seconds, and I love listening to this because it's going to make out so much. We can see where the emphasis is. OMG, do you like them? I don't think I've seen enough of them. Yeah, the $100 deal I got from them, still like 3 soaps left from their bundle. Oh my god, you still have soaps from... That's a pretty good deal then, if you've still got some soaps from that $100 deal. The black soap makes your shower look horribly dirty, though, I can imagine, because, you know, if it's a white shower, that's gonna leave some stains. Harmful chemicals, person himself gets X'd out, symbolizing he is a harmful chemical. Let's see what we can do with that. So, first I got to pull out other instances of chemicals. There are 2 instances within the first 15 seconds, and then there's another instance right here at the 256 mark, which we'll get to. But chemicals, Big Chemical says that they don't use enough of this stuff. I got a deodorant that makes me smell like a pine forest or a hospital. Oh god. If it smells like a hospital, that's not exactly a big turn on. Unless you're a nurse who loves the job. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Alright. Alright, so you don't know it, but you leave your shower covered in chemicals. So, let's see. Big Soap says they don't use enough of this stuff to cause damage. This is one of those things that... So, this isn't auto-transcribed, I don't think. I think they wrote this out themselves, but I don't think he said that. He said 2. So, we'll keep that in mind. Cause damage, but why play the tip with just a tip with harmful chemicals? Stop marinating your... Oh god, I haven't even gotten to this part.
Stop marinating your man meat in unholy ingredients that are harmful to your well-being, body, and sperm count.
Dear lord. Alright. These are some obvious jokes that we're coming up with. I want to see what we can do to push the envelope on the sentence mixing side. Can you have the guy dissolved from the slime spilling on him? I probably could, because this is a single color, and as soon as we get to the part where it shows, like, it's a very solid green, it's very opaque, so it's very possible that we could have some of the, like, we could have some tissue under that if we wanted to. We could, you know, we obviously have to make sure that it's not too shocking. This would probably want to be one of the earliest jokes in this video if we wanted to. booty and sperm count. Oh, there's a go. So let's see what we got here. We have to kind of make it so that we've got a lot to work with. Leave your... All right, so... Okay, so there's one thing that I'm thinking of, and I know that I'm trying to be better, but the first thing I'm thinking of, you mentioned booty, Many Colored Journal, marinating your man meat in unholy booty. Maybe there's something there, but first thing I need to know is, okay, so B-O-O isn't there. Now there's P-O-O, which we can turn into B-O-O, which isn't bad. So what we can do is search for equivalents here within this. It's going to be a little tricky, and chances are we might have to go to another video later on to get that. So let's just search the double O's. So we have goodness and door. So we know that we want to make the word booty. So the B sound is made using the tip of the lips, boo, and the same with the P sound. So goodness, the word good, is made using the back of the mouth, door using the front of the mouth. So it'll be a lot easier to make the word booty from this word door, because it's as close to the B as possible. So we're going to go to 236 here, 236, and carve out that word. We also want to make sure that it sounds fine, that there's nothing that's too loud over it.
Real soap makes a difference. And with Dr. Squatch, your skin will be healthier.
Let's see. Dr. Squatch. It was 236, right? Okay, let's check it out. I think I was a little too short. All right, 236.
Scents delivered directly to their door automatically. Men who subscribe and get their favorite scents delivered directly to their door automatically.
Okay.
To their door.
So, good. This is... Okay, actually, I think that this is not going to work because the O sounds are different. Should have actually thought about it from the get-go. So in this case, we do have to use goodness. Now, it's not impossible to turn this into the word booty. So let's get goodness here.
Treating your body to the natural, nourishing, lathery goodness.
Okay. So again, this is made using the back of the throat, or back of the mouth.
Goodness.
Now there's also some sound over it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to splice out the G.
Good.
Try and get it. Let's see if we can get the ud.
Goodness.
It's not enough. We'll have to separate the two. Try and get the ud.
Goodness.
Still some G in there. Let's trim it a little bit more.
Goodness. 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 Goodness.
And I'm listening to it even more, and it's not sounding like ooh. We need an ooh sound. So, ooh, there's a long U sound like you would hear in unicorn. So, what we need to do is think of words that, yeah, he says subscribe. I absolutely know. I'm absolutely undecided about playing Apollo Justice Investigation or Great Ace Attorney when I'm done with my Ace Attorney break. I would probably, like, if you've played the Chief trilogies, I heard a lot of good things about the Great Ace Attorney. Yeah, you heard a subscribe joke. You did, Luna. You did. What was your third favorite Ace Attorney case behind the Gant and Matt Ungard case? Third favorite. Probably in the original, the very first one, the second one where you have to solve Mia's murder. Was it Mia or Maya? Or maybe it was neither. But that one, it actually raised the stakes really quickly after the tutorial, and I really liked it. Plus, there was, I think, one of the most satisfying breakdowns of all of the suspects. All right, so ooh, so we can use reviews. Oh, this is good. This is good. The word reviews, of course. So the V sound is also made using the front of the mouth. Very similar to the word boo. So where is that marker again? It is 120. 120. So reviews. Now the big question is it an uninterrupted sound? Me as the victim, right? Me as the victim.
These bars are bathing in thousands of 5-star reviews. Views.
Now there's a slight difference in the sound. He says views, and we can probably get a good sound here. Let's see how we get.
Views.
So it's almost sounding like BU. So if we can get the E before out of there. And it ends with a WS. So that S is going to bleed into this vowel sound at some point. We want to get as much of that before with no S. So right here, I think. That's good. So now what we need to do is get the right B sound. Guy with the blonde hair just looks like a healthier version of the Amazing Atheist. Oh my gosh, that's a name I haven't heard in like a decade. I remember when this guy, the Amazing Atheist, was supposed to be a real hotshot or something like that, and I barely hear about him anymore. So, oh wow, very first thing I see is kombucha. That's perfect. That is perfect. So 58. There's probably going to be a better, there may be a better sound here, but kombucha, boo.
It smells like kombucha.
Oh man, we might not even need the ooh sound.
Booch.
This is perfect. And this is why I love sentence mixing, because if you know what you're looking for, if you know the sounds, you can find whatever you like, and even if you can't, you can make it. Oh man, 5-star reviews out of 10. Oh, that's a good joke. Oh, I'm focusing on sentence mixing for this one, but let me grab my pad. And I'm also going to take down the idea about having the skin get sort of burnt off chemically, but I got to make it so that it's appeasing, I guess. That way it doesn't get 18 plus. Maybe just show bone or something. Yeah, it's weird how, the deeper the deterioration, the more appealing. Like suddenly skeletons are the it thing. So first I'm going to just write this down. I'm going to write skin showing bones from slime. And then the other thing was what you just did, which was the 5-star reviews out of 10. Stars out of 10. I'm trying to figure out what joke to make with the soap scribe. So, with the soap scribe, my first thought is, how many times can it be repeated? Because sometimes the sheer ridiculousness of the word itself can be the joke, as long as you do it right. The Amazing Atheist is still streaming. I kind of figured, usually if you're still, very few people from the early 2010s and sometimes before that, they're still going at it in a lot of cases. Even the Annoying Orange is still going at it, and I barely hear about the Annoying Orange anymore. But I recently checked out one of their videos, and the production quality, definitely has kind of gone up, but at the same time, it hasn't gone up by much. And I think that's just because they're making their videos far more regularly. They have the budget to do so, the time to do so, and as a result, they're going to be able to entertain a lot of people more often, which is beneficial to them because that's how YouTube works and how they are going to be able to make more. Actually, I did think about doing an Annoying Orange poop, and I should probably look back into that. I watched him when he was first on YouTube. I stopped when he focused the SJW stuff, and I was really shocked when he released a video in the past few years where he regrets his focus in the 2010s. Well, I mean, it's good for him. I mean, the thing about that is that he needs to not just, he doesn't just have to take it back, he has to advocate. I mean, it wasn't just him, I bet. It was a lot of other people who were really being toxic in that period of time where suddenly it was a much more divisive thing to be, to have certain beliefs, even though they weren't as controversial as people made them out to be. The table next to him is in the shape of an L for the lower area. So, ooh, the Luigi sign. Let me write that down too. Here's an idea. Skin burns off, revealing bones. Oh no, my bones. Ooh. Oh no, my bones. Oh my gosh. When I think about here, like, I'm listening to this as you type that, Luna, and the first thing I thought of was Hans Moleman from The Simpsons during that scene where Mr. Burns tries to get his lucky charm, so to say. Oh no, my brains. And I'm sure that I can somehow splice that into, oh no, my bones somehow. I'm sure that there must be some instance of Hans Moleman saying bones. Okay, let me just... Oh no, or even just oh no, my brains would do, because the sound effect that gets made during that scene is also one that I think can be used just by itself for that. The lower elevated are off the table. So L bar counter, because I think that's a bar counter right there. Bar counter. Luigi hat. Luigi, or just the Luigi L. That's good. There were definitely some people who did things more hateful than absurd. There can be a fine line, absolutely. I think that the problem that a lot of people faced was, now that we have this, like, this was especially on Tumblr. When Tumblr became big, it was really easy to make microblogging a following, so to say. I mean, before you had regular blogs and the occasional vlog, but with Tumblr, it feels like the microblogging, the ability for someone to microblog became a lot more profitable, a lot simpler to turn into a content creation source. So as a result, more and more people became more vocal. And with that ability to become more vocal, especially when you're young and you're just kind of coming into a lot of your beliefs, and you suddenly take an interest in current events, politics, social issues, and other things, the eye-opening of the state of affairs becomes something that you'll want to talk about. That happened to me. I became much more vocal on the political side, and I was very eager to voice my own views. But I didn't do it on I didn't do it on like Tumblr. I just mostly did it on YouTube at the time, which was a little bit of an echo chamber here and there. So social justice can get out of hand sometimes, and I assume a lot more people are toxic about social justice just for saying this minority group is not represented equally. But yeah, and I think that a lot of that just has to do with the perception rather than the reality. And in addition to that, it feels good sometimes to be outraged, to be on the side of that outrage, because you always sometimes you want to feel like you're doing the right thing. And when you think about all of the individuals in the past who have been vocal about social issues, and this can be in any sphere, in racial issues, if you're standing up against xenophobia, or even just something a lot more local and more personal, that feeling is going to be a very powerful one. Let me just get the TY. So there's no TY, but I'm sure that there's a TE. There's no TE, but I'm sure that there's a TI. So while I look for that, best thing that happened to men since condoms. Oh man. Amazing Atheist regret says videos were being used by the red pill community. Yeah, unfortunately the red pill community is, still out there. I'm hoping that a lot of those people who joined the communities when they were young have wised up. Is it possible for the guy to become a giant kombucha bottle? Possibly. Let's see. I'll put this in parentheses. Giant kombucha bottle. And maybe I can use the kombucha from Glass Onion. The hard kombucha, as it was said. This is hard kombucha. It's like 7% alcohol. I hope you saw that movie. It was a wonderful movie. Hey, Cap, I always wanted to know what was behind the Skype call Jaden summoned in Game On. If you don't shut up, I'm going to start putting you in my YouTube videos. What's the backstory? So that was a friend from high school who So here's the thing. I'm a big New York Mets fan. Always will be. If the Mets win the World Series, I'm making Spy Kids Part 3. And I'm going to make a Haruhi video about the Mets. But back in 2007 and 2008, the New York Mets, one of the best teams in baseball, were so close to making it to the playoffs. And twice in a row, in like the final 30 games of the season, they went on a massive downturn, like a losing streak. They kept losing games, losing, to the point where they missed the playoffs by maybe one game when they were surefire winners, and they became a bit of a joke, a laughingstock, and as a result, it was easy to dunk on the Mets. So me being the Mets fan, I'm going to tell him, hey, if you don't... So that guy was from high school. I forget. Yeah, it was someone on the baseball team at the time that I was playing with. And there's no T sound immediately, but I'm sure there's a D. And when we were on just a regular old Skype call, and I told him that, he just kind of laughed. Well, what do? You make vlogs or something? Who cares? And that's where I cut it off. So I recorded that at the time because he kept going on it. Going. I don't think I have the whole thing anymore, but still, I just wanted to, that's the context behind it. I think I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, he wasn't a fan of the guys who were mostly there just to hate women and make them shut up for being vocal. I mean, think about The Amazing Atheist, and like, I've never seen any of his videos. I've only heard about him by reputation. So if he is trying to change that for the better, I wish him the best of luck. Delivered, or it has to be a delivered. Didn't deserve. That's a short L sound. Detergent. Does he say detergent or detergent? Let's find out. 40. Is that 40? If he says detergent, we've got it. We've got it made.
Are classified by the FDA as synthetic detergent.
Duh. So it's a short E sound. We need a long E sound. Oh well. It's alright. We'll find a way. Weren't they once called like the best worst team ever or something? I mean, they probably aren't the best worst team ever because they're not the only team to have collapsed like that. They're the only team that has collapsed 2 years in a row, as far as I know. But their thunder got stolen, so to say, in 2011 when two teams collapsed. The first one was the Atlanta Braves, but the second one, the bigger one, the biggest collapse that I think was like much more notable than what the Mets did was when the Red Sox collapsed, and they collapsed in the same way that the Mets did, but it became a bigger deal because word got out about what was happening in the clubhouse. Players during the games were drinking beer and eating fried chicken, which completely ruins you in the middle of the game. You don't want to be doing that. I miss Noise Puppet. Well, I think he's going to be making he'll be making new stuff soon. I'm sure he'll come back. He'll make another video, but I wish he would make stuff much more often. Absolutely. I remember some of his older stuff, even the non-poop stuff or the stuff that he just used to make fun of video games. 3-leaf clovers instead of 4 small soap. Oh, wow, they got big soap. Yeah, you're right. We've got, I could probably do Lucky Charms on that big soap. Lucky Charms on big soap. Are you going to tease anything from the next Sharp Boy and Lava Girl this stream? So I typically tease things on the Patreon, but for every person who is a paying member of my Patreon, I release periodical sneak peeks into products that I do. So I've done a few gifts of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but I'm going to be releasing a video very shortly that shows some 40 to 50 seconds of material. By golly, do I need to do that. I miss Orpheus for the win as well. Skook's poops are iconic. Absolutely iconic. So we can't use detergent. There's got to be another way. But DY. Body. Of course. The word body. Easy as that. So 18.
That are harmful to your well-being, body.
So right here. And the cool part is that this is the right dy sound that we want because it's not emphasized very strongly. We don't want the word booty. We want booty. Or something along those lines, because emphasis matters when you're doing any kind of sentence mixing. You want to make sure that if you're crafting the word, that you can use the word, that you craft the word as it's spoken as naturally as possible by a human being. Like if you listen to this, like it sounds like it's the end of a word rather than the start, which is perfect. I actually watched Shark Boy and Lava Girl in early January. I thought it was corny but kind of fun. It is absolutely corny, and I say that as someone who see, I loved the original Spy Kids. Spy Kids 2 was definitely much more out there, but it was also good. Spy Kids 3, I think, went completely off the rails, and it got to the point where, oh my god, this is just all green screen, all special effects that are really loopy and out of this world. The same thing with Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but the thing about Shark Boy and Lava Girl is that it feels like it's intended for a much younger audience than Spy Kids was. Spy Kids maybe, 10 to 12 years old, but Shark Boy and Lava Girl is like 6, 7, 8 years old because the kid, I know he's probably older than like 8 years old, but it feels like it's like the problems that he's going through are problems that you would face a little bit more of if you were like 6, 7, and 8. That idea that you would be into all of this. Like, I'm not saying you can't be imaginative when you're 10 or 12, but he acted kind of youngish for the role.
Booty.
Let's see what we get here.
Booty.
Yes, that's good. I love it. Look, listen to this.
Booty. Booty. Booty.
That's why I love sentence mixing. You can make whatever you like. It's like clay. So now what we need to do is we need to go back. Oops, wrong one. Yeah. I keep forgetting I'm using Firefox. And we need to get unholy. Okay, marinating your man meat in unholy.
Unholy and... Stop marinating your man meat in...
Oh, here we go.
Stop marinating your man meat in unholy and...
Yeah, and
unholy...
I think this is actually auto-transcribed now that I think about it, which is actually a little to our benefit, because if it's auto-transcribed, then they're going to make the words, it's going to produce the words that it thinks that the guy is saying, rather than what they actually are, which is important because how they sound is different from how it's spelled, and sometimes what you actually say might be mislabeled. So
booty and meat and unholy.
Let's see. I think there's an N sound after this. Yeah, he mixes the Y with the I, so it's he ends it in the Y, in, and then that soft E sound from the word in. It's making it almost like a diphthong here. So the diphthong needs to go. We need to get the E sound perfectly.
Unholy.
So I think that maybe a fade out will be perfect.
Unholy.
There we go.
Booty.
And I'm going to put this on another level just to be safe. So that way we have a little fade out going in here just as this word starts.
Unholy booty.
Nope, that's not working.
Unholy booty.
And the E sound isn't there yet.
Holy booty. Meat and unholy booty.
Okay, temper the fade a little bit.
Booty. Holy booty.
All right. One more time.
Unholy booty. Holy booty.
Needs more space. It needs more space for it to breathe. Let's do that.
Unholy booty.
That's good. That's good. Because when you finish a Y sound like that, you have to take time to get your mouth into the right position to make that B or P sound. Wasn't Shark Boy and Lava Girl story written by the director's daughter or something? I think it was inspired by the dreams that they had when they were young, and as a result, the resulting movie, I'm not sure if they were ever bullied when they were younger. I'm sure that Robert Rodriguez probably had in mind something that would make them feel good if that's what they were going through. But by golly, the villains of the movie, the school bully feels so comical. And even the kids, when in the beginning of the movie, they throw paper at him after he goes over his report. Mr. Electricidad, as he goes over, dreams are not something you should be doing. It's so on the nose. It's heavy-handed. It's meant for kids that way. It's like they're trying so hard to telegraph that they're not even telegraphing it. They're pretty much saying it right in your face that it's meant to be for kids like that. Some reason I think deterrent could be made from detergent. It can. So deterrent could be made from detergent. Actually, another thing is because the way that he says the word detergent is, so say the word, if you say the word detergent, the Gent, it's so soft, the T sound. So that means that you're going to often have the sound gin rather than gint. And if there is a T sound there, then it's not going to be very it's very, audible. So it sounds an awful lot like gin, and you could take an and or an in, gin in, and take the T-O, like a ta or top, tonic, gin and tonic, something like that. That's a good idea too. A deterrent, gin and tonic, and determination. There's so many things that can be crafted from a word like that, because all of these, let me actually just pull it up. Unholy deterrent. So detergent. So these can be parts of another word. It is such a clean word. You have the D sound that has to become the T sound. None of these consonant sounds bleed. Even the G is right there. The gent. It doesn't bleed into the R. This is great. Oh my gosh. We even have it's not even real. Let me hear this. I've got to hear this. It's not even real. We can use that.
Are classified by the FDA as synthetic detergent. It's not even real soap.
Oh man. Okay, so never mind. The detergent is it's being faded out.
FDA is synthetic detergent.
This is
detergent.
Okay, this is a different detergent. If he was actually voicing the word detergent naturally, this would be a surefire thing. Reboob is also great. Ooh, Reboob. Another one. For some reason I think determined. I'm so hyped when Krobo came out and put new Fresh Prince. Yes. So Krobo, when it was 2020, he had actually put out a little, a couple of posts on YouTube and on the Twitter in light of the fact that his original Fresh Prince video had gotten taken down by Warner Brothers, and he was fighting to have it put back up, and he won. So that, I think, spurred him to become a lot more active. That's also where I learned that he was making the Roseanne YouTube poop, which he's working on, as I understand, because I'm a patron of his. He is he's fantastic with the updates. He's fantastic with sneak peeks. If you're not a patron of his, you should be, because he's coming out with some really awesome stuff that he is giving you some really good access to. And that's something that I'm really excited for, the Roseanne YouTube poop, because it sounds like it's been in production for a long time. He's just been on and off about it. Like, I even asked him directly, is this something that you're going to be releasing soon? Because I know that this is something that you were doing back in the pandemic. And he said, yeah, it's been on and off. So if he's going to finish that, that would be awesome. He actually made a Roseanne YouTube poop way back in 2008. It was one of his earliest works. So for him to kind of come back to that source, it's going to be like a real blast to the past. I'm not going to go over anything else. I'm sure that there's some stuff that he would much rather keep under wraps so as not to overpromise and underdeliver, but I do know that. But I absolutely love this guy. He is a fantastic editor in so many ways, and I love what he is doing in the new versions of this Fresh Prince franchise. I asked him if he could put in the baby sloth squeaking he sampled in one of his videos, and I hope that makes it back too. Oh man. Though I didn't like how in Shark Boy and Lava Girl, the mother and father instantly have their conflict solved for no reason. I totally agree. I think that there was so many problems. Like, it was very clear that they're going through a divorce, that there was other things under the surface, and bam, it's all of a sudden cured because you say, like, I'm sure that there was a big misunderstanding under it all, but it needed more fleshing out, especially since a lot of it just seemed so mean-spirited. Oh, man. What if Shark Boy and Lava got lava powers and Lava Girl got Shark Boy's powers? Maybe. I mean, there is a way that I can have a shark fin protruding from Lava Girl at some point. Yeah, Linus's performance. That's the bully. Nuclear detergent. Ooh, good thinking. Nuclear detergent. Rice Knot, welcome in.
Synthetic detergent. The FDA is synthetic detergent.
So first, let's see if we can make nuclear. So, unless I'm completely missing something, we need the word new, which is not there. The word nu, coconut. That's a soft U sound. New. Let's try the MOO, because all we need to do to make the word nuclear, we can take an MOO sound. Moo. Let's try MU. Mute. And darn it. I thought that was onto something. Music would have been perfect. So, how about MEW? No. Let's go through the MEs. Mu. MIEU. Mixture, chemicals. So it sounds like we'll just have to take an N sound and manufacture, like stick it on to a double O sound that we've got. Good, door, good. Well, we have the word kombucha from booty earlier, so we can use that as a means to do something. Let's also explore our U options here. There are going to be a lot of these. Automatically subscribe today by you. Here we go. For you, love, you. Okay. 249 is where that would be. 249.
So go subscribe today.
There's that word, subscribe.
Buy a gift for someone you love.
Oh, this is good. It ends, he says someone you love, so it ends on the letter N.
Someone you.
And it's making the word new, it's making that new sound by itself. So we can essentially take advantage of that. This is what, so my wife and I were just talking. I was asking her what's one of her favorite words and that people need to use most often, and she said serendipity, which is the act of finding something amazing completely by accident. This is a perfect example of serendipity. That's the stuff. That's right, Rice Knot. Let's just put this right back here. Let's get it cut off, and I'm going to remove the fade in. Now, the word clear is going to be the next obstacle. So clear is what we want. I didn't think that clear would be there, but clean. No, the word clean. Okay, but that's all right. We can leave. Okay, so we can just take a K sound and attach it to the KL. That's no problem. Leave. And the V might bleed, but it might not bleed too much. Let's see how this leave is. Yeah. Just get through.
You don't know it, but you leave your. Leave your.
Okay. So we got the word. And then we need the K sound. The K is anything. The K is one of those sounds that you don't even need to pull from the source itself, because it's a plosive almost. Not a plosive, I don't think that's the right word for it, but it's the hard sound that if two people made K sounds, you would not be able to tell whose was whose if you listened to them without knowing who they were. Fun fact, Cap, I've been learning phonetics, and new is written yes. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I love the science of phonetics so much. And it's really hard to see the last word, because on my chat screen there is a heart symbol at the bottom right corner that is blocking. Oh, here we go. Yes. Here we go. NJU. Let's see if I can. There we go. Remember Sopa? Damn right, I remember Sopa. Guy, what is going down, my man? That's Guy Safari. He's a classic, and he is working on some awesome shit. In fact, Check out Guy Safari's channel when you have the chance, guys. He released an awesome YouTube poop that is going to take you all the way back to the times of the Diary of Haruhi Suzumiya, to Ash's Black, I'm not going to say that word, Hard R Adventure. Not, well, different Hard R. But, man, this guy was such an awesome pooper. Great friend. Absolutely amazing person to play games with, too. We've been doing some Mario Wonder. Maybe the guy with the red shirt freezes when it cuts to him with the eyes closed and then he falls over. Ooh, well, that's true. We have him essentially in the background. So what can happen, since the Dr. Squatch guy, like, this could freeze, this could do anything. I could have all sorts of manipulations from this. It makes it really easy to do a lot of visual effects. I remember doing a lot of that with some videos as early as YouTube Poop You Fool. Guy Safari is a legend. Damn right, Shiny, he is a legend. An absolute legend. Alright, let's get that K sound. First, let me write this down. Take advantage of background. I'm just going to call him Lumberjack because he's dressed like a lumberjack. I wouldn't be surprised if he is. He probably isn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was Canadian. Because the Red Shirt is asleep in my joke. Oh, he does kind of look like he is closing his eyes. He could be on a bed for all I know in this pose right here. Yeah. All right. What we need is that hard K sound.
Big Soap says they don't use enough of this stuff to cause damage.
Cause. Actually, better yet, let's make it easier on ourselves and try and see if there is a CL word. Classified, click. So the one that we want needs to be closest to the long E sound, and click is closer to a long E sound than clat. So let's get click here. 258. 258. 258.
Chemicals and start treating yourself to greatness. Click.
Perfect. And it's quick, but it's clear. So let's get this going here. Just extend this, remove that.
Click.
Nuclear. We're going to kind of bleed this because there's a K sound that's very prominent, but there's also an L. Let's see if this sounds right. I'm going to shorten this. Okay, let's shorten it by this much and see what we get. You know, it's kind of... Guys, Safari, you're big into... I know you're big into old games and some of the relics. When I listen to the way he says click, it kind of reminds me of ColecoVision. So, yeah. I feel like ColecoVision could also be mixed from this. Color correct. Oh, God. Rice Knot. That is an idea that is totally 2008. It is, dear Lord. Like, we can definitely color correct that slime to do something else. It's green. It's the color of everything that is involved in chroma keying. But dear Lord, you are something for coming up with that. And I think I feel ashamed for thinking that very same thing too. They use enough of this stuff to cause damage to the skin. Yeah. You have to make it white so, like you did with the water from. Yep. I remember like the very first time that I saw a joke like that in the Deeper Cut YouTube poop, Shut Up, where they have, it wasn't white, of course, it was red, but it still got the edit across. Oh, man. I came up with that earlier in the chat. It's a good idea. Yes. I mean, oh, shoot, you did. Man, I'm paying attention so much to the video that I don't pay attention enough to the chat. So if I'm missing your idea, I am so sorry. I'm about to recap and quasi-refurbish a Super Famicom. Nice. I hope that goes well. I know you are big and passionate about these things, so hope that all goes well. Who do you think Knuckles should tell to shut up? Everybody. That's who. Now, the thing is, this is a very hard thing to do here. Let's see if I can get this right. I think that if I shorten it a little bit more, it'll sound a lot more natural. I don't want Kali, I want Klee. I wonder if I should shorten this one too. This sounds pretty good. So if I put this near... Okay, let me just remove this for sure. And let's bring this up against so that we have it. That sound that the... Okay, it's not that bad. Okay, so... Now, the thing is that with nuclear, this should not be a hard sound to find. Shower, offer, shower, quarter, So the sound is what we want, but we want a very good sound here. You can make it, oh, good golly gosh. Home of, oh, jeez. You know what? Just for that, I think challenge pissing. I think that the fact that it's green lends itself to so many of these types of jokes. Rice Nut, you are a real bone. You know that? Challenge pissing. This is going to be a 3-hour stream right now, 4 hours. Now, actually, this is going to be just, completely forgot to say, though. This is just going to be a 2-hour stream. Not 3, not 4. I'm just trying to get everything back to basics, and then next week is going to be a much longer stream. 2 reasons for that. That's one of them. The second reason is because we were in New York City yesterday, and that meant that our weekend, which often gets spent cleaning, is a little bit behind. We're a little bit behind on the cleaning, but I already had that time set aside. So it's all good. Don't worry. Next week is going to be a much longer stream. You'll see. 4 hours will be fun, but I know it'll probably be 3. I think that 3 is a really good number because sometimes after 4 hours, I get much more exhausted. It's not just the brain, it's the speaking when it comes to streams. You gotta really know that, but you gotta keep things moving. You gotta keep things lively. I mean, I do a lot of entertainment stuff, so the speaking is no problem. It's keeping it interesting. Yeah, yellow is good too. Oh man, Rice Nut. Rice Nut, if you come up with another color, I swear to God. I bet you're going to say blood next. You're going to say blood. Alright, let's try shower first. Nuclear. The Y sound needs to be a sound that comes from the back of the throat. Shower, quarter. None of these sounds really come from the back of the throat. The W sound and the T sound, they're made using the front of the mouth. Offer is 2, so... Let's try... well, we need to think about what the next word is. Shower, so that's a hard consonant sound here. Covered. So that means shower might be our best bet because there isn't going to be anything too bleedy. Quarter of... Or actually, let's try quarter... The hard T sound might make it easier to splice out. So what was that? 228? 228.
Will be healthier. Just ask the will be healthier.
It's too soft.
Your skin will be healthy.
Just ask the quarter of... This is 228. Did I miss something? 228.
Will be healthier. Just ask the quarter of a million.
No, I didn't miss anything.
Quarter.
Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. So he's saying quarter of a million. It's the next word that he's saying there is beginning with a vowel sound, so he's almost running the sentence. It sounds like quarter of, like it's all one word and it's a fast word. So we need something that might be a lot easier. Shower, okay, let's try 6 seconds in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every morning there's a heartache.
You don't know it, but you leave your shower
Yes, this is what I was thinking, because he needs to take a second to form the C word with his mouth, and that space makes it ideal to splice this sound out. Let's plug it in, see what we get. Now, this is a W sound, so I need to get rid of as much W as I can, which might be hard. Maybe not. Let's see. It's too jagged. It sounds like it's an OR rather than an ER. Maybe make it rainbow barf, you know, at this point. Maybe make the slime orange and play Evangelion music. Jeez. There's a show I haven't seen enough. I think 3 hours is good. I remember a lot of 4 hours in very early July were fun. I could be tired. Yeah. I don't know how these full-time streamers do it. They can do 8 hours a day, sometimes more. Sometimes they just do it all night long. And then some they just have to sleep on stream. And I'm just thinking to myself, dear Lord, person, what the hell are you doing for a living? I mean, if you're doing this and it's working, great. But by God. Okay, let's try an AR sound. Har. Nah, I think we should stick with ER. So, covered, spur, lathery. So we need a sound before the ER that comes from the back of the throat. Like your, which might work. Leave your, because a lot of people don't say your, they say your, like Y-E-R. Even though it's spelled your, it could work.
You don't know it, but you leave your
Yes. But it's an SH sound after that. It's a bleeding sound, so if we can get as little of that SH in there, that'd be fantastic. Then again, let's see what we get. Now this is a little bit louder. You can see here that the levels are not equal. I might have to reduce the gain a little bit. Yes, that's much better. That sounds a monumentally better word than what we had done with the ER sound. Y-O-U-R, that's our answer. You don't know it. I don't know anything. Oh, that is freaking fantastic, Mini-Colored Journal. You don't know it, but I don't know anything. That is, oh my God, it is so good. That might just be the best way to start this sequence.
You don't know it. You don't know it, but you don't know it, but you.
And we will need a different but because he's bleeding the word but with you, but your. Yeah, there's no T sound. It's doing a Y. It's almost like a B-U-Y-Y. Damn, that is a fantastic idea. All right. So first thing we need to do is we need to replace the but, which shouldn't be too hard because we have, okay, but why? So we know for a fact that if there's the right sound effect, like he's not going to voice the T sound in but. So I'm willing to gamble that this but right here, the but Y is not going to work because it will be but Y. We need but your, but don't, and then butter. So but don't is going to be better, I think, because butter, in the word butter, a lot of the enunciation is on the B-U-T, but this is not supposed to be an enunciated but. This is not supposed to be enunciated, so in this sequence, but don't, the word don't gets enunciated, but is softer. So 107 will be ideal. Let's go to 107 and hope that I am right. Hope that I'm right about this. 107.
And the best thing to happen to men since Die Hard.
Yippee-ki-yay. Okay, so it's coming up.
Yippee-ki-yay. But don't take...
Oh, but this is such a quick but.
But don't...
But it might still work because you hear it and you naturally know it's a but. Not to mention the way that he begins this sentence, you don't know it, but...
You don't know it, but...
Because you don't know it, but is such a common thing to say, and you can almost assume that what's going to come out of his mouth is going to be the word but, maybe subconsciously in the back of your mind. So it works great. You don't know it, but you don't know it, but you don't know it, but you don't know it. That's another good idea. You don't know it, but I don't know anything. That's, like, we can build off of that. You're right, Rice Knot. But you don't know anything was what... oh, but you don't know anything. Oh, I completely missed that. I think there's a little... Okay, whatever. You don't know it, but you don't know anything, but I don't know anything is good too. Yeah, that would work. Either way is good. Enunciated but. Yes, enunciated buts. Rice Knot, that's what we're all about. Best feeling shows picture of Shulk. He's really feeling it there. So, we have the word but. It's a very soft but. It might just be what we're looking for.
But
all we need to do is we need to merge these two. We need to merge these two buts, and I'm well aware of what I am saying here. Do not worry.
But
they're almost exactly the same. The difference is that this one ends the way we want it because the word that comes after this is a D sound, which is so similar to a T sound to begin with that we can make... Oh, wait, hold the phone. I might be overthinking this. Yeah, I'm definitely overthinking this. All right. Because the word that we're trying to make is... Oh, wait, no. Oh, mini-color journal. What you said originally might work a little bit better. But you don't know anything. But I don't know anything. But let's try both. Let's do both. Why not? When he throws the towel at the screen, I imagine a hard cut to CDI Zelda getting the magic cloak. We can add that sound effect. Towel throw CDI cloak sound. Actually, can hear that sound in my head. Merge the butts. So let's merge the butts. I'm sure it's going to sound a lot better anyway. Merge the butts. Nope. Still need to do a little bit more. Okay, now we need an I. No, okay, so there's no... Okay, so the word I, does he say the word I? I need. So he does say I, but that N is going to bleed into the end of the I sound from the way that he speaks. So, I'd. So what if we do I'd? Shoot, I thought he might say the word oxide, and I thought that would be perfect. So, I'd might work. No, let's see. We need an I sound for sure. Let's hear him say door automatically. Since delivered to their door automatically. In the soap. All right, let's go to 236. Somehow I don't think that's him making that voice. Is this 236?
Sense delivered directly to their door automatically.
I need this.
Yeah, this is almost like...
Soap.
I need this.
Yeah, that's somebody else making that sound. So, let's see. Does the word I come into play? No, the word I doesn't come into play. Green milk every morning. Every blood morning. Alright, I. Contraire. Hair. IA. Exfoliants. Essential oils. I. Says play. Kaye. There we go. 107. Die Hard saves us again. Thank you. Thank you, McLean. Mirror it. Maybe extend a tug of war. 20 seconds. Oh.
Up on the planet. And the best thing to happen to men since Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay.
Ah, this is perfect because he's enunciating the word I here.
Yeah.
The only thing we need to do is get this right in here.
You don't know it, but yeah.
Okay.
You don't know it?
And then we'll get this corrected.
Don't know it? Don't know?
And then we'll reduce the fade,
Don't know?
just a little bit more.
No. No.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to search for a W space A. And I didn't think. So the reason I was searching for a W space A is because the way he speaks, I want to get as close to his speaking patterns as possible. If I just look for a regular soft A sound, it might not sound as good next to that W. So let's look for any. Any, interesting. He doesn't say the word any, but he might say the word in. Breathe in. Using into. Okay, let's go through it. In chemicals, in on, skin are, in thousands, skin feel, in America might be our closest. In will, yeah. 143. Let's go to 143. Let's start the construction of the word anything here. 143 here.
Every day. Our soap is handmade here in America. Is handmade here in America. Here in America. Here in America.
That's not the sound I was hoping for. Best thing to happen to men since Diet Pepsi. Ooh. Ooh, actually, yeah, let's do that. Like, hang on. I'm just gonna. I know what I want this to say. I wonder if he does say the word Pepsi, or what else could be. Pep. Wow. The word pep. It's right there. Dear Lord. This is going to be quick. 213. It all falls into place.
Scent tested, packaged, given a little pep talk.
And he even says pep talk, like you can make it Pepto-Bismol if you wanted.
You don't know it, but pep.
Best thing to happen to men since Diet Pepsi. Anything, yes, anything. I'll get you, and it'll look like a bloody accident. Cat in the Hat. Extremely underrated. Alright. Now, what we need is C. Okay. C. Sense. So, C. Didn't think that would be the case. So, using classified since, sing, sensitive, sing. So we might be able to get away with using the word using. Sing. It's almost like actually it's a lower E, it's a soft E sound as opposed to a Pepsi. Oh, maybe Pepsi. Let's just listen to this. 29 seconds in.
Handmade for men using the made for men using the
The N bleeds too much. Least favorite sense directly to the door. Pepto-Abysmal. Well, there you go. Use enough might have C in the middle. You see, good thinking there. I think there might be. I think let's hope that he does not use a soft E sound. It's a long E sound here. Let's go to 9.
Says they don't use enough.
The N sound again. It's too short an E sound, but you are onto something, Rice Nut. So let's try SE sounds, because use a base S space, because the S sound is everywhere, almost everywhere. Like if you have a paragraph of words, you're going to use the word S. So let's just go through our little transcript and find every S sound, every ending S sound that we can. It's not this guy, this bars, thousands, these bars. When I think of the word these, when I think of these bars, I'm thinking of that Kanye song that he just says poopity scoop. All right, smells less, smells less, smells less, smells. This go, this every day is hand, this that, this bin. We're a little more than halfway there. Years we... Maybe this one. I mean, this one has a W sound. Thousands of years we might be able to cut out the W if we get lucky. This place, this is the... Is the... Does he when he uses the word the, is he saying the or the? 202. Let's check it out. 202. My sources are usually British English, so the pronunciation make this easier. Yeah. Use enough Zen. Enough. Yeah. Olive oil, coconut oil, lamp oil. Ooh, that's a good oil. That's a good one. Good one, Mini Color Journal. Lamp oil. This is such a great source. All right. Let's go 202. 202. What are we going to be able to find?
We pour this heavenly mixture. We pour this heavenly mixture into a mold where the saponification takes place. A mold where the saponification takes place.
This is the cold process.
He uses the soft E sound. Darn it. Yet you could try reversing these. The only thing is that you're going to get a different E sound from the reversal. So let me do that right here and hope that I'm wrong. These bars, like 116. 116 here. These bars.
Golden-haired internet soap angel. These bars... These...
I like how he said these. Like, that could be a precursor to another these.
These...
Let's see what happens if we reverse. Again, crossing fingers. I'm hoping that this is wrong. Oh, that's another word. So, let's see what we get.
Z... Z...
Yes! Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, it is a different E sound. Because it's almost like it's going up instead of down.
Z.
But by golly, this works. Rice Nut, thank you. You are a true king of the pirates.
Z.
So Pepsi.
Pepsi. Pepsi.
And now we just need to get the die from Die Hard. Wait, he says Die Hard. Ah, that's why it's two words. And this has it as one word. Interesting.
Planet. And the best thing that happened to men since Die.
Okay, since we're going to be using much of the full sentence anyways, let's just expand this.
Happened to men. Best thing that happened. And the best thing that happened to men since Die.
Let's get a little bit more of that I sound.
Die.
And then we can add the it. Okay, it's interesting the way you're using the main track instead of the trimmer, by the way. I've done that a few times. So I use the main track just because it's what I've always done, because I don't know, it's just habit at this point. The more like when I try to use some of the extra tools that Vegas has to offer, it's, I don't know. I just keep going back to the main. I just keep going back to the main timeline. Yeah. Yeah, I've done this a few times. Yep, you definitely have. You definitely have. Okay, you don't know it. Let's just go right back.
I don't know it, but
Bleeding for it. Okay. Take my word for it. Yeah, I think this is going to be the best one because there's a pause here. Let's see. 113. 113.
but don't take my word for it.
Oh, man. He doesn't even use the soft I sound. He bleeds the... Okay. Because it makes... Because it... Okay. I think we might be able to use this one. 123.
Feel less like that. Makes their skin feel less like that. Makes their skin feel less like, because it makes it makes.
Okay, and lumberjacks and buff therapist. Okay, last one. And if that doesn't work, we can try and finally get the word get.
Young dads, sensitive lumberjacks, and buff therapists. Therapist.
Oh, actually, the way he says pissed.
Fist.
Okay. Get 232. Let's get 232 up. 232.
Men who are already a part of the Squatch Nation. Men who subscribe and get their...
There we go. That's it. This source is difficult because the guy bleeds words together, sometimes mumbles. He does, and that's why, like, any source is going to have their own distinct advantages and disadvantages. It's just the way that people speak. Everyone's got their own different speech patterns. There's no, like, we all have accents. Like, the way that I speak with an accent that sounds different to a whole bunch of other people in the United States. If you go to the UK, there's no one singular accent there. It's based on, where you grew up often, or whether you were raised in the city or the country. Even in different non-Germanic languages, there are going to be accents. If you watch Nazamango Daioh, for example, in Japan, like, I'm trying to remember her name, but she was from Osaka, and in the English dub, they gave her a southern accent to try, I think, to show what the equivalent is to the audience who was unfamiliar with how much different an Osaka accent would be. You are going to make a Sasquatch joke in this, right? Dang right, I'm going to be making a Sasquatch joke.
Get.
Okay. Let's see if we can make this work.
Die. Die. Diet.
Diet. I wish I had a longer I sound. Maybe I can just pull it from another soft I word. Too many. Yeah, I knew there would be too many, but if we create a space, I think I'm going to take a gamble here and see if the N doesn't bleed in this one.
Leave your shower covered in chem.
Nope, that's too soft of a sound. Yeah, Osaka, that's it. Yes, Osaka. Did I say, didn't I? If I didn't say Osaka, oh man, I meant to say Osaka. It's been a while since I've seen the show, but I do remember that this is what, like, the new student who was introduced. That's weird. It would be perfect. 254. 254.
To a bar or two before diving in for
This might work.
In.
Again, I'm just trying to extend the soft I sound. Let's see if this sounds all right.
In.
Nah, it's combating it. It's
In.
what if I reverse? We got the N sound more pronounced, but the tail. Nope, not gonna work. If I expand, it's gonna sound very tinny. Oh no! Hold the phone. If I try to merge these two, what will we get? That sounds a lot better. That sounds a lot more natural. Pretty sure they just literally called her Osaka, but her actual name was Ayumu Kasuga. I think if they called her Osaka, my gosh, I've got to watch that show again. Just as the millions of quarters Washington is squashed on. Yeah, that's... Yes. I heard Pingus. I think I know where. Let me just go back here. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where. I think I know where you heard it. It was somewhere here. Oh boy. Okay. Whew. It's been a while since I streamed. I've got my brain working at like 1,000 miles per hour right now, and I'm trying to get as many possibilities done as I can in this space.
Best thing to happen to men since
Let's get this. There we go.
Pepsi.
See if I can just quicken this a slight bit.
Pepsi.
Okay, and then we're going to bring these all the way over here.
Best thing to happen to men since Pepsi. Pepsi.
I'm just going to bring this a slight bit closer here. Do I have the ability to move it any further? I guess not, but I can probably... Oh, whoops, not what I want. There we go.
Pepsi.
And there we go.
Best thing to happen to men since Pepsi.
There we go. Diet Pepsi. Bada bing. Could be combined with Pingus, yeah. Jim Carrey will say it in Sonic 3. We'll find a way. I mean, I haven't seen very many YouTube poops of the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog, so even the sequel, I hope that they're able to make that happen. Or even better, just the sentence "snooping as usual, I see." One other Eggman actor said "snooping as usual." I swear, I don't know if they would dare do something like that, but Sega has been very ballsy with some of these adaptations, so I hope that does happen. Alright, now, we have to go back to anything. Let's see what we have again. Let's just...
You don't know it, but I don't know. Don't know. You don't know. Don't know.
Before I do that, I'm going to try and find a stronger D sound. They don't use enough of this stuff. Very early on, we should have some results.
Chemicals. Big Soap says they don't use enough. They don't
Actually, this is a better don't.
use.
Let's just replace the don't.
Don't know it, but I don't. I don't.
And it will sound better with the word no. Whoops. K-N-O-W. I know what... This will be the right one. 53 seconds in. 53 seconds in.
Oh. I know what you're. I know what you're.
then let's get this.
You don't know it, but you don't know it.
Actually, you don't know it, but I don't know it. That would also work.
You don't know it. You don't know it. You don't.
Let's get this mixed a little bit more.
You don't know it. You don't know it. You don't know it.
Let's trim this down.
You don't know it.
Anything. And now we can focus on the word anything. Oh, one quick one, Cap. You can press F2 to rename your clips if you want to keep track of what is what. F2. Oh! Huh. How's about that?
Don't know.
Interesting. Well, it doesn't show it on my side, but maybe maybe there's a special way to do it. I love the upward inflection in this Diet Pepsi. Yeah. Sonic Condoms is a good Sonic YouTube poop. I'll have to watch that. It's not as easy as it used to be to find a lot of new YouTube poops from a lot of creators. Starfishy made one of those live action movie called YouTube Poops Not the Hawk Dog. I remember seeing one of the trailer mostly, so maybe I'm just a little bit out of the loop or I don't know where to look, clearly.
You don't know it.
Alright. Let's get to the word anything. So let's try focusing on internet and see if we can get a good in. Good in. 116.
Golden-haired internet.
Oh, he says dinner here.
Internet.
He says the word dinner here.
Din-
Let me just do this. I'm going to take your advice right now. I'm going to see if I can do something with that feature you just showed me.
Dinner. 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 Dinner.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe it's something I can... Dinner. Now, if there's a way to make it a little bit more visible, you can enable that info in the menu next to the FX button there. Active T confirmation. Oh! You're a genius! No bones about it. You're a genius!
Dinner.
Dang. Well, the more that I swear, I feel like I learn something every time I plop this open. All right.
Pepsi. Best thing to.
Okay.
You don't know it. You don't know. You don't know it, but you don't know it.
Okay. Let's get the innie here. And this isn't gonna work because it's no, it just that doesn't sound right here. Into. I wonder, see. Let me just do INN. No, didn't think so. No IMM. So this is what we've got to work with. Into a mold. Let's see if we can find one with the enunciation on the in. And into bars. Dig toe into. Your toe into. This might work. 252. It really depends on how the sentence is going to go. 252.
When you love or dip your toe into a
Nope. Worth a shot. Vegas has lots of cool quality of life features like that. Yeah. Oh man. I've got to figure out a way to... Whoops. There we go. Hang on. Lost a little bit of the... Lost the stream for a second. No, not the stream, but the chat. Hold on. Let's see if I can get the chat back here. Come on. Yeah. Okay. I think I've got the chat back. Alright. Right, I'm out. Enjoy. It's good to see you. Good to see you on the stream right now. Thank you so much for being a part. Man. Maybe around the 1 mark where he's going, when beating red shirted guy. Could be remixed into a song, maybe. My Vegas is still from Sony, so maybe, I mean, maybe yours is still, maybe yours has that feature too. I mean, this is just a, like, I don't think I look enough into the Vegas I've got. The Vegas I've got comes from Magix, and they probably didn't take away anything that Vegas did, so maybe this is something that Vegas added very, very shortly into their tenure. Who knows? So, this is going to be a tricky one. Into bars, into a mold, in. What about EN? EN, golden, enough. It was enough. There we go. That might work. We can use the word enough for something else too.
Big Soap says they don't use enough. Enough.
Nope. But the word enough could be used for something else. Ingredients. But gree is where the emphasis on that word is. Men might be our answer. The word he uses quite a lot.
Soap that's handmade for men using.
Yes.
You don't know it, but you don't know it.
There we go. This is the sound that I was hoping for. It was a soft E sound that we could use.
And you don't.
And it sounds like any too.
And you don't.
Let me just get rid of this. This is not going to be useful here. But the thing word, best thing, 106. We did it. We're making progress.
And the best thing that and
there was an E sound almost.
and you think and you think that
Let's get rid of that.
thing that and you think that
We'll need a stronger E sound. So I need this. Me. 301. This is probably the part where he's just talking to the camera guy.
the best showers of your life.
Yeah, this is like post stuff, so they're leaving that in. Would you rather have an Ace Attorney game with only 3 good cases but with only 3 good cases but 3 mediocre cases, or a good first 5 cases but an abysmal final case? I would much rather have, I mean, here's the thing. The abysmal, I mean, it's not that the case that makes up the last part of the third game is an abysmal case. It's just not very well written. It's not very well imagined. They had some good ideas, but they didn't incorporate them. So I will take the 5 cases with an abysmal final case, because at least I still get 5 good cases. It leaves a sour taste at the end, yeah, but I'll always still have those first 5 cases. That's what I say. No, I know you weren't referring to 3 to 5. It's just 3-5. It's all good. So we got 15 minutes left in the stream. Let's make the most of it. Let's see. NE. Net soap. I think that NY. Where did we get? Like, there must be another. Why am I?
Thing that happened to men since Diet Pepsi.
I thought there might be something in this sentence.
Best thing that happened to men since.
Okay. Let's see. MEA. Me. There we go. We're using MEA because it's just a very, very small edit away from NEA.
Stop marinating your man meat.
See, you can, if you close your eyes and you think that it's an NY being pronounced, You can do it.
Meat.
This is spot on. This is exactly what we need.
Don't know anything. Meat.
Okay, here we go. Get this added.
And meeting. And meeting. And meeting. And meeting. And meeting. And meeting. Thing that. Thing that. Thing that.
Let's get this trimmed to more.
Thing that.
More.
Thing that. And meeting. And meeting. And meeting. And meeting.
I think the TH sound might need to be a little bit more pronounced.
Thing. And meeting. And meeting. And meeting.
There we go.
And meeting. And meeting. And meeting. And meeting.
There we go.
I don't know. And meeting.
Let's bring this together a little
I
bit.
don't know. And meeting.
You don't know.
You don't know it, but I don't know. And meeting.
There we go.
But I don't know. And meeting. I don't know it, but I don't know. And meeting.
There we go. Oh, wow. Big splices. Big splices.
Stop marinating your man meat in unholy booty.
Let's just go over this, proofread.
Booty.
There's too much tea in this. I'm going to be playing the 3 Apologists trilogy games on my 3DS. Nice. I missed the opportunity to get them on my 3DS. I really should have, in retrospect, because they were so cheap.
Booty. Booty.
Is it possible to cut up the Y and pitch shift it down a tad to flow into the thing better? Let's find out. Pitch shift it down, huh?
Know it, but I don't know. And meat.
So it's almost like it's a rising Y sound. Any, but if I do, whoops. Let's see what we get.
And meeting. And meat. And meeting.
We're getting some good progress. Let's do 1.5. 1.5.
And meeting.
There we go.
And meeting.
That's good. Nice catch, Galstrom. Nice catch. One time Spirit of Justice was $2.99, especially considering it has 5 cases, 6 with DLC. Oh, there's DLC. Ooh, I did not know that there was DLC to these games.
I don't know. And meeting.
Okay. Whew. And now we've got 10 minutes. What else can we do? Lamp oil. That's something I'm going to save.
You leave your shower covered in chemicals. Big Soap says they don't use enough of this stuff to cause damage, but why play just the tip with
Oh my god. Wait.
damage? But why play just the
Oh my god. Journal, you are, yeah, it is easy to understand, Galstrom, but holy smokes, Journal, we're talking about Apollo Justice right now.
But why play just the
That could be an Apollo Justice joke. Why play Justice? Let's just move this over here. Up. All natural. He says a really strong all natural. Does he use the word up? Up, yes. So the up and all, and then low, below. Yes, the link below. That's going to be the word Apollo. And then is. Bist. Yes, the word therapist, he's not pronouncing the T in it enough, so that's going to be perfect. We just made Apollo Justice right here. We just made Apollo Justice. It's like inside joke for the stream, making an Ace Attorney joke out of it. Dang right, we're going to make an Ace Attorney joke out of it. So let's gather the materials. So the word up. And the cool part is I can hear this working. I don't know if I'm going to have to check. But then again, chefs always have to taste test their food, so.
These bars are bathing in thousands of 5-star reviews from satisfied customers. Men love our soap.
2:17, right? Yeah, I think I may have been a minute short here.
Right to you. You'll feel like our team is made up of
Up of
Should work. All right.
up of
Let's just fix this out a little bit.
up of
Oh, too much. Can we do this in 10 minutes?
up of up of up of up of up of up of up of
Let's see if I reverse this. What does it do?
up
Reverse and then attach.
up of up of
So we'll have to work on the P sound, but the word all goes after. All natural snow. This, he emphasizes the word all and nat. So we get the, let's see here, 49 seconds in. Let's do this.
man. And men deserve real, all nat,
Yes.
all
Let's put this right over here. Low. Below. 3 minutes. Link below. 3 minutes in.
click the link below to
Let's do this.
load all load
Let's just separate this, make it easier to mix.
all load
Yes! And then just bring it over here.
all load just
And then therapists. 219. 219. Here we go.
made up of strong dads, sensitive lumberjacks, and buff therapists.
There is a T sound, but we can splice out the T sound and have it continue. Nice. Remember to like everyone. Sus customers an easy one. Yes. Let me write that down. Sus customers. Sus customers. Or customers are sus. My original idea was just ask yourself, just ask justice is what you're talking about. Well, that's one idea. Considering we want to reference the game, that would do.
Load just
Let's bring this over here.
justice.
Get rid of the... See how it sounds?
Justice.
Yes.
All load justice.
And then we need the P and a soft O. Pour, pa, sapa. Yes, saponification. I think that'll be a good one. So saponification.
To a mold where the sapon...
Perfect. It's the right P sound, the right P enunciation that we want from this.
Justice. All load. All load. All load.
In fact, it actually is a better sound than...
All load. All load. All load. All load. Justice.
One more time.
All load. Justice.
And then bring them closer together.
All load. Justice.
This is perfect. This is perfect. Don't forget to shill, chap. Gotta get you more subs and watchers. I gotta shill. You're right. Oh, man. Well, still getting used to the shilling part. Working at my school dining hall means... Working at my school dining hall means I know that there are sus customers. Dang right. I hope I like Apollo the character. I hope I like him too. I really do. Of course, considering he has such a huge role in the later games, but still, I'm really excited to know what the games are going to be like. And I really do want to love the games because I did like the Ace Attorney games. I think that they're loads of fun to the point where I'm really excited to see what they do with the series in the future. There were rumblings also of a new game after the trilogy, and I hope that those rumblings are right.
But why play?
So why play something when you can play Apollo Justice? That would work. So what's a game? What's a game that we can do in place of this when you can? So there's no word when. When. Okay, interesting. How about no. Okay. So why blank? How does a sentence go here? But why play just the tip with harmful chemicals? Okay, so there's no second half of the sentence then for something else. Right. Another pitch down shift for the O and Apollo would make it land perfect.
Apollo.
Let's try -1 here. -1.
Apollo.
There we go.
Apollo.
Maybe a 1.5. Just to see how it sounds, if it's different.
Apollo.
Yes.
Apollo Justice.
Apollo Justice. There we go. In the minority on these Attorney fans who don't mind it's taking so long for the 7th to come out. It means that it can play the later games and still might be able to play the 7th when it does. Yeah. I mean, I know it's going to come out. I mean, this is a money-making series for Capcom. I'm just surprised it's taken them so long to make a new Professor Layton game, or that they haven't made anything for phones for Professor Layton like their previous titles. Alright, so we've got Unholy Man Meat. We've got anything. Yeah, this is a good start to the video. So it takes me usually a little bit longer to do this on stream compared to when I do this in without a stream, just because I love going over everything as it goes along. But in 2 hours, we got a lot done. I know that some people say that they can do nearly a ton of this in 4 hours too. I mean, it's really, really good. I'm loving this. This is just the 3rd video. I've got to go back and clean up the first Squatch part and get it to the point where it can be a little bit more presentable, where we can approach the 2nd video with this same kind of mindset. Oh, man. Will this... Hang on. It's a little hard to read with the heart in the way. Will this be in the same video as the other soap? Yes, it will. It's all going to be one big video. I don't know how long it will end up being, because this is a streaming YouTube poop, so we always seem to come up with brand new ideas as we do this, as we go along, and there are going to be a lot of instances where it's things that we completely missed or didn't see or hear on the first go round make it in. Plus, I've got this book of things that need to be done, so I'm just going to mark this 2 for stream, and there we go. I'm going to end it right here. Just give me one moment. Perfect. So 3 o'clock where I am, and it's weird because it actually feels like the right spot to stop. We're going to pick it up next week, and we're going to completely destroy the rest of this source as much as we can. Can you add the mailman playing tug of war with himself? Yes, mailman playing tug of war. But actually, I can probably do that in just a quick second or two. Go right back here.
Sense delivered automatically.
Yeah, he's right in the middle of the frame here, so let's see how that looks. Forgot about that, Mike. Don't worry, I try to remember as much as I can. A quick mirror effect. Mirror to the right. Reflect to the right side. And we need to pull back, make it so that he is... Might look a little weird. Yeah, there we go. Nice little throwaway right there. The guy on the right looks like he's from Lazy Town, the delivery guy. Could be. Yeah, it's nice to stream again. Galestrom, I'm glad that you enjoyed this. Double the audio. Yeah, I could probably do that. As I think that he's not the only one speaking though, so I'll have to experiment with that. Yeah, this is... Oh man, it's good to be back in the swing of things. Guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. This was an absolute blast. This is going to be one of many to come this year. Many this month, I should say. And the next one is going to be next week. The plan is same time, 1 Eastern Standard. And I love that you guys were itching to get back on and be a part of it. Thank you all so much. I look forward to seeing you next week. So next week is going to be the 11th. So mark the calendars. And in addition to that, as you can see, I've got, at least I hope it's visible. Yes, it is. So I've got my sexiest patrons at the bottom. You recognize a lot of them in the stream. Galestrom, of course, being one of the earliest. And if you want to be a patron, you don't always have to be a sexy patron, but you can be a patron. Head to patreon.com and you can be just a brigade member for $2, or you can just do whatever you like. I think Patreon has a way of doing that. But either way, thank you so much for supporting me, and I look forward to being part of your Sunday afternoon on the 11th. See y'all, guys.